I get asked all the time how I read so many books completely for free on my Kindle, including new releases right as they come out. And so if you guys are interested in learning how to download books online, send them to your Kindle completely for free and also completely legally, be sure to stick around. And I'm going to talk about some of my top 3 tips and tricks at the end of this video, which includes getting new releases for free right when they come out. The way that everything in this video is even possible is through my library. So the number one most important thing that you guys are going to need is a library card. These are really easy to get a hold of. You can look it up depending on where you live. I feel like each city might have slightly different requirements, but in my case, and this is the case for several different cities that I lived, you can Google your library. I'm based in Dallas, so I Googled the Dallas Public Library. I think I needed my ID and an address, proof of an address. I went to a local library and I got a library card same day. And once you guys have this magical little card, you are going to be all set to go to get some books, many books online completely for free. And the way that we're actually going to download books is using an app called Libby. And Libby is basically the library app. So in the same way that libraries have a huge variety of physical books at like the actual library, they also have digital copies of books that you guys can rent out completely online. And again, you do that all through an app called Libby. So you're going to look that up and you are going to download the app. And then you're going to click open and it's going to jump you right into the Libby app. Now, the first screen asks you guys, do you have a library card? So if you don't have a library card, go get one because that is the key, the golden ticket. So in my case, I'm going to click yes, I have a library card. And so you can either guess your library or you can search for a library. I'm going to do search and add because I know exactly which one I'm looking for. And I'm going to be searching for the Dallas Library. Yep, Dallas Public Library. I'm going to click on it. And again, you just do the same thing for your public library. And then I'm going to sign in with my card. So I'm going to click that. And then on the back of your library card, it's going to have likely a very long number, and that is what you're going to type into where it says card number. So give me just a moment because, I mean, again, maybe not every library is like this, but the Dallas one is really long. And then once your number is typed in, you're going to click next and it's going to ask you for a PIN. Now, a lot of people get stuck here. I get stuck here. If you have not set up a PIN through your library, if you have no memory of setting up a PIN, the PIN defaults to either the last 4 numbers in your phone number or the last 4 numbers in your library card. So you can go ahead and try both of those first. And if those don't work, it's possible that you set up a password. Now it says PIN on here, but PIN doesn't just mean like a number 4-digit PIN. In my case, I've set up a password through my library, so it's a lot more difficult to get into. So I'm going to type in my full password, but if you can't remember what yours is, test out again, first those last 4 digits of your phone number, then the last 4 digits of your card. Maybe try out a password you think you've used. And if you can't figure it out, you can click on here's some help. I actually had to do that before filming this video because I couldn't remember what my PIN was. And each library has like a protocol, I guess, that you can do to help recover your PIN or your password. So I'm going to type in my PIN/password right now. So then it pops up and it shows you your library card on the screen and you're just going to click next. And then this little notification will pop up. If you prefer to read with Kindle, we can open books directly to your Kindle device. So for this, I'm going to click yes because I prefer reading books on my Kindle. But if you guys do not have a Kindle or you prefer reading books on your phone, Libby has that capability. Okay, so that was setting up Libby, getting your library app completely set up. Now let's say you want to download a book from your library and send it to your Kindle. How do you do this? So first what we're gonna do is we're gonna come over to the search bar and I'm gonna show you guys how to find books. There's a few different ways to do this. So let's think of a book that I would be interested in reading right now. Okay, the first book that I see on my physical TBR that maybe I would like a Kindle version of is The Bright Years. Can't type. The Bright Years by Sarah Damoff. So I'm going to scroll and here is the first thing that you guys can do. So the book that I want did come up. And if you guys look to that little icon that looks like a library card and tap on it, there's a little like clock on it. when I click on it, it says that this book has about a 13-week wait at the Dallas Public Library. So this will happen. It is very common with libraries that everyone wants to read the same books. So what I would do in the case of this book is click on my library card again, where there's a little clock on there, and I'm going to select place hold. And so now what this is going to do is it's going to place a hold on that book. So when everyone in line before me has read this book and returned it, I will get a notification saying that the Bright Years is ready to check out. I feel like for me, it's often a lot less than what the hold time says. Like it says 13, but it's never actually quite that long. And for me, I like to be notified when my library books become available. And so right when you download Libby, this screen comes up where it actually prompts you to manage your notifications. So I'm going to click manage notifications and then select allow. And when I do that, it basically allows your phone and Libby to send you notifications. So when this book becomes available, you can just jump right into the app and check it out. So now let's say I'm in a pinch and I want to find a book that's available now that I don't have to wait for literally at all. And so what you're going to do is the icon second from the left, it looks like a little house. I think it's supposed to be a little library. Scroll to the top, and here you'll see there's a bunch of buttons that say newest, popular, random, and available now. This is my favorite when I don't know what to read. I go ahead and click on available now, and then you can see next to available now, there's this little filter feature where you can sort by popularity, format, availability, date added, and the list goes on. And so what I like to do is click on available now. And so immediately that is showing me titles from my library that are available right now and have no wait. But if I don't add any more filters, there's magazines and books for kids and like books that basically I'm not interested in. And so to filter this even further, I'm going to go from available now and then click books. And then here are some books that are available now that I could read immediately. So at the top we see Wuthering Heights, Great Big Beautiful Life, The Wedding People, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, if that suits your fancy. And so I'm going to scroll through these until I see something that I would maybe be interested in reading. I've actually read literally everything we've seen so far. That's for adults. Okay, one book that I would definitely be interested in reading soon is The Academy by Ellen Hilderbrand. So let's say I want to check this one out. As you can see here, where the little library card icon is located, there's not a clock on it anymore, there is a plus on it. And this plus indicates that you can check out this book right now. So I'm gonna click on, well, you can click on the library card or you can click borrow. They do the exact same thing. So I'm gonna click the library card and then click on the library card again and then select borrow. Then I have now officially borrowed this book, and in order to read it with my Kindle, right now it is just on my phone, you're going to tap read with, and then I'm going to select Kindle, which is on the left. Now, essentially what your phone is going to prompt you to do is sign in to your Amazon account. And once you sign into your Amazon account, Libby and Amazon will be synced. Kindle is an Amazon app. And so once this is all done, you will be able to send your library book directly to your Kindle. So I'm going to sign into my Amazon account really quick right now. So then this screen is going to pop up that says get library book. And this is literally all that you need to do to get access to this library book on your Kindle. So you're going to click get library book. And now Libby is actually sending the book to Amazon essentially. And so you're going to click read now with the Kindle app and then select open. And now we are in the Kindle app and I can see the books that are in my Kindle library right now. And the Ellen Hilderbrand book, The Academy, has just popped up. So I can click on that, open it up, and now I have full access to this book by Ellen Hilderbrand, which is so nice. I can scroll through it, I can read it. And if your Kindle device is synced with your phone, then when you open up your Kindle, you will be able to see the book right there. I now have my handy dandy Kindle with me. And so what I'm going to do is turn on my Kindle and the Ellen Hilderbrand book should sync up with my Kindle device. So I'm going to scroll, swipe it open. Oh, I was obviously reading on it last time I was using this, so let me close out of my book. And so immediately when I open my Kindle, the book isn't there, but literally as I'm speaking now, you should have been able to see it. It just popped up and the book is downloading onto my Kindle. So it really just takes a second to connect. All right, there it goes. So I'm gonna tap on it and it should open right up. And there it is. At the end of this video, I did want to give some Libby pro tips that I think a lot of people do not know. And so I'm going to reward you guys right now with my best Libby pro tip that has actually changed the game for me as a Libby user. And I do slightly feel like gatekeeping this tip, but I'm not going to. So when I have an anticipated release that's coming out, usually libraries do not have access to this title yet until it's come out. But when it gets released, there's a million people, not literally, but like a million people that have placed a hold on this book. How do we get around that? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to search for a book that has not come out yet. And the first book that comes to mind is The Someday Garden by Ashley Poston. I'm going to click on the title. And as you can see, when I search for that, nothing comes up in the Libby search. And that is because this book has not come out yet at the time that I'm filming this video. And so what I'm going to do is scroll to the bottom and click Deep Search. And this feature basically does, I don't know, a deeper search, I guess, for the book that you're looking for. And immediately now you can see The Someday Garden has popped up. And so up top here, we see the audiobook, but what I'm interested in is the not physical ebook, that doesn't make sense, the ebook. And so what I'm gonna do is where we had previously seen a library card, there is a bell there. And this is basically saying that we want to be notified when this title gets added to our library. So I'm gonna click on Notify Me next to the title, and then I'm gonna click on Smart Tag Notify Me, click the plus. And so now when this title gets added to my library, my phone is going to get a notification that The Someday Garden has been added, and I'm going to be among the first people to place a hold on this title. And this is how I read a lot of new releases for free right when they come out. And it is like my favorite little Libby tip. And so then when that one comes out, I will send it to my Kindle and I will read it just like everybody else's, except I paid $0 for it. The next pro tip that I have for you guys when it comes to using Libby is you can actually also use Libby for audiobooks. And this is how I listen to most of my audiobooks because I run out of Spotify hours. And I like Libby because you have unlimited access to books. And so audiobooks work the exact same way. I'm just going to show you how to find them. So again, we're going to click back over to that icon, which is second from the right. Click it again. And this time, maybe I want to look for some popular audiobooks. So I'm just going to click that tag of popular. And we're brought to that same screen that we were at before, except this time, instead of clicking books, I'm going to click on the tag audiobooks. And so here now I can scroll through a bunch of very popular audiobooks. And as you can see, usually the more popular they are, there will be a hold that you have to place on it. But I can scroll through audiobooks and I can check these out and then listen to them from my phone. And it's incredible. And again, this works the exact same way. You place the hold, and when that book is available, you can check it out. Now, let's say you're not sure how to access all of your titles. This is probably something I should have mentioned earlier, but if you're looking for the books that you've already checked out, you're going to click on the little book icon, and here you can see everything that you have already done. So if you're interested in seeing your loans, the books that have been checked out to you, your holds, then you can click on those. So as you can see, if I click on loans, the books I currently have checked out are The Academy, Tom Lake, and The Wedding People. And then I can also click on my holds, and these are the books I currently have holds placed on. The third and final pro tip that I wanted to give you guys at the end of this video is you can actually add multiple library cards to your Libby app. Now, when I moved to Dallas, I lived in LA before I moved here, I added my Dallas library card. So I actually had 2 library cards in my Libby account. And so the way that you're going to do this is click on the center icon. It looks like a person reading a book. And then you're going to scroll down to where it says Your Libraries. Then you click Manage Cards and then tap on that button that says Add Card, and you do the exact same thing all over again. And so now what this does is it actually doubles the amount of books that you have access to. So if you have found that you have recently moved, or maybe you didn't hear this from me, but like maybe your sibling lives in a different city and they have a library card, you guys can share library cards and get access to those libraries of books. My LA card actually deleted when I re-downloaded this app for this video, so I have to figure that out. But that is kind of the forwards and backwards of how to use Libby, how to read library books on your Kindle completely for free. This also, I will mention, is something that I don't know how it works in other countries. I obviously live in the US, and so this is how it works here. But if you guys have any issues or any kinds of questions, please leave them down below, because there's a very strong chance that I or another reader in the comment section will be able to answer your question. And of course, if you guys made it all the way to this point in the video, comment down below the little iPhone emoji. And finally, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, and I will take that as a sign that you are interested in more Kindle reading for free videos. This is a genre of video that I would love to tap into more, and it's so great to support your local libraries. So I think that's actually going to be it from me today. I hope you guys are having the absolute best day and the absolute best reading month, and I will see you next Saturday for my next bookish upload. Bye!